Hello and welcome to McHale. Today we're going to look at the V6760 fully automated baler and also talk about the V8960, which is the automatic 1.9 metre bale. I'm joined by John Warren from our R&D team, and we're going to look at some of the features on this machine. Starting from the front, John, this machine comes as standard with ISOBUS control.
Yes, so the 60 series has ISOBUS fitted as standard. Comes with the ISOPlay 7-inch monitor as standard. There's the option to upgrade to the larger 12-inch monitor. And of course, customers can use their own ISOBUS monitor if they have one already, or they can use their ISOBUS tractor.
What features are on the ISOBUS that we have now that are quite useful to the operator?
Every setting on the machine is adjustable via that terminal. All our net layers, net tension, we have our bale density, core sizes, everything that the customer needs to adjust.
Looking at the pickup, we're working on the Proy Flow system and all the V-Balers now. This is a good addition to the machine. It comes as standard with 50-knife chopper with the option of 25. You can have cam track or cam less. What other additions does the Proy Flow add to the machine?
Well, obviously the Proy Flow, we get that lovely smooth flow of crop into the bale chamber. And that's a huge addition for us when it comes to the shape of the bale and that bale presentation.
So you got huge output, you got nice bale shape.
Absolutely, capacity is not a problem with this Proy Flow chopper unit.
We'll have a quick look under the panel here. So just here we're looking at the electronic side, the ECU is looking at us here. We've got the hydraulic valve. Talk us through this side of the machine.
Yes, so as you said, here's our ISOBUS ECU, so this is where all the magic happens. This is what allows us to get all this fine control of our chamber and our active bale kicker and our active density. Down here we've got our hydraulic control valve. So this is carried over from the Fusion. It's quite well proven technology. So we use this for controlling the chamber. So we can open the chamber really fast. We can put in maximum oil flow, and then we can use the software to just regulate that when it's almost fully open, just to make the machine nice and smooth. And the same thing when we're closing, we can close at maximum speed, and then we just gradual close at the end just to get that lovely, lovely smooth operation.
So it accommodates all tractors really, old or new, load sensing or standard hydraulics?
Absolutely, yeah. Look, we recommend the use of the load sensing, but definitely it's all about the operator comfort. It's speed and comfort with this system.
Looking at the hydraulic door latching here, we've got some sensors.
Yeah, we've got these guys here, which is our load cells, these electronic load cells that measure the force between the left and the right of the chamber. And we use those to give feedback, live feedback to the operator about what the shape of the bale is inside the chamber. So if the bale starts to get a little bit uneven, there's an instant notification on the screen for the operator. He can see that he has to steer left or right just to make that perfect shape bale.
As a company, we've always prided ourselves on the density of the bale, and I see there's some changes here on the rear of this machine.
Yes, so we have what we call active density on the 60 series. So it's a larger hydraulic cylinder. There's 25% more power in those cylinders. But behind the scenes, we also have the software, which is doing a lot of work just to regulate that pressure at certain sizes, just to get that optimum bale density.
Fantastic. This baler is fitted with the optional 560 tire, which is a nice addition.
Absolutely. This is new for the 60 series. It's a lovely versatile tire. It works very well in all sorts of ground conditions and soil conditions. It's a very, very stable tire.
So heavy tram lines or even high speed on the road, the machine travels much nicer.
Absolutely, not a problem.
Let's move around to the rear of the machine and we look at the hydraulic bale kicker. So talk me through the hydraulic bale kicker, John.
Yes, so this is what we call the active kicker. It no longer has springs like your conventional 50 series kicker. It's full hydraulic controls through the control valve that we looked at on the ECU. And the way it works is before the chamber opens to eject the bale, the kicker lowers hydraulically. So when the bale rolls out, the kicker's already down and it just gets that extra speed. We get a much quicker bale ejection.
So if you're on big diameter bales, it makes a huge
absolutely.
difference. Yeah.
So I suppose we targeted this more at the customers making the bigger bales, working in high stubble conditions where that bale doesn't roll that freely. And in those cases, we find that the customers, they have to reverse sometimes before they open the chamber, then they drive forward, close the chamber, and it's quite time consuming. So the bale rolls past this paddle here, presses it down, and when the paddle comes up again, we know that the bale is clear, the kicker comes up, the chamber closes, and it's a really, really fast cycle time.
New lights?
Yep, new LED lights, ultra reliable. That's what we've been aiming for.
And again, these features are all standard on the V8960 model as well.
Yes.
So let's move around to the left-hand side of the chamber. The So now we're here looking at the left-hand side of the chamber. We've got the automatic greasing and oiling. John, talk me through it a little.
So we have the same oil pump that we use on the 50 series, but we now have a larger 8-litre reservoir for the oil. So there's plenty in the tank there for a long day. Over to the grease pump, we now have a 1200 bale capacity.
That's a big improvement from the traditional 300.
Absolutely. Look, it's very common that we see guys with these machines doing 1,000 bales a day. So yeah, much appreciated by those.
So they set off in the morning, they have enough grease, enough oil to do the day's work.
Absolutely.
Just above, we're looking at the bigger stretch unit, the proven hydraulic pump system. Talk me through it.
Yeah, so same direct feed net system that we use on the 50 series, but we've now upgraded the brake unit. It's 25% more pressure in it. Really helps with that net tension and just gets that nice uniform shape bale. It's all about bale presentation.
So that's a quick run round the V6760. A lot of the features are the same on the V8960. So now we're going to go across the training area here and look at some of the ISOBUS features on a controller. So here we're in the training area in McHale. We have a display unit here showing the ISOPlay 12 and the ISOPlay 7 monitor. In the middle we have a ISO plug. This is the connector which we have on all our ISOBUS machines, which plugs into the socket directly on the back of the tractor, or if it's a non-ISOBUS tractor, we supply a loom which will connect you to the ISOPlay screen. So John, talk me through the ISOPlay 7 here on the V6 baler.
Okay, with the ISOBUS system on the 60 series and the ISOPlay terminal, we've obviously got these new color graphics, a very high resolution display. Everything is very nicely laid out for the operator. Settings are easy to find. But the key thing to remember with this machine is everything is automatic. You enter the field, you select automatic mode, and the machine takes care of everything from there onwards. Even if you do get a blockage, as unlikely as it is, the drop floor will lower automatically. All the operator has to do is restart the tractor PTO, and then the floor raises automatically again, and you continue baling. We've got a camera on the machine, which views the bale rolling out of the chamber. So the operator can toggle that manually. It will also switch automatically at key points of the cycle. We have the option, if a customer wishes, they can select a standalone camera monitor, or with the ISOPlay 12, we have a larger screen and we can display both the camera and the machine at one time.
Sometimes, John, in not so ideal conditions, we have the option of using the machine manually as well if we need to open and close the door.
Absolutely. So for those situations, we recommend the use of the aux-in. So what aux-in means is that the operator can set any of the machine functions, whether that be net start, chamber open, chamber close. They can set those to the tractor joystick, to the ISOBUS joystick. And it means you don't have to touch the monitor. You can do everything from the tractor joystick.
Which is a nice way operating the machine.
It's a huge addition for operator comfort.
Brilliant, John. Thank you very much. So I hope you found that a benefit. That went through some of the details and features, as we said, was on the V6760 and also on the V8960. Thank you very much for your time.